Hi guys, I wanted to talk to all of you through this video about something that I feel is very important. Now everyone, you, me, we all might have varied opinions about it, but I just wanted to talk to you about what I feel about this whole thing. What I'm talking about is drugs. Yes, as we all know, here in India, we have been hearing and watching about it in the news for the past, a little over a month, I think. And names of some very popular celebrities from the Indian film industry have surfaced, in relation to consumption, peddling, and basically, peddling of narcotics and drugs. Now, before I get into this whole matter, first, because I'm a musician, I would like to address something, about drugs in the music industry. It is out in the open. It is not. There's nothing hidden about it. Globally, if you see, a lot of pop stars, rock stars, musicians, performing artists, and all of these guys, they're known to be to have at some point in their life consumed drugs or taken drugs, and a lot of them have become rock legends or pop legends. Of course, all of them are talented musicians, but I can speak only for myself as a musician. Firstly, I don't think that drugs should be anywhere close to music as a profession, as a creative art, or as a business. I honestly think that whoever believes that taking drugs sort of improves your senses or alleviates your senses or gives you somehow more ability to perform better, I don't know how true that is, because I have never experienced it, and I never want to also experience it, because I believe that as a musician, my music is good enough, and it's good enough talent to be a live performer or a studio musician. I don't think I would ever require the need of a substance, a chemical, to enhance my performance. So I don't think that, and I don't think it's right also for any musician in the world, in fact, to get into the practice or habit of consuming drugs in order to make them feel better on stage as a performer. And I know for a fact that, in fact, all of us know for a fact that music festivals happen all around the world. And although I don't go to music festivals, I've never been to any big music festival here in India or abroad. I've been to live concerts, yes, but not music festivals. And the reason I don't go to music festivals is because, number one, either I don't know much about the artist who's performing there, to be honest, because we all have our preferences of the kind of music we listen to, and we don't listen to all sorts of music anyways. So one is because I don't relate to the kind of music that is being performed, and secondly, maybe it just didn't interest me at that point of time. But we all know that a lot of people do attend music festivals, and that a lot of the young crowd attends music festivals, and there is some amount of drugs consumption that is happening out there, which I completely disagree with. I don't think they should. I don't think it should happen. From wherever the control needs to happen, should happen, and there should be a stop to this, because I don't think music and drugs should be together at all. It has no place. If you ask me, drugs has no place, for me at least, in a creative art like music, or in music as a business or as an industry. Now, coming to what we have been watching and hearing in the news about some of these very popular, in fact most popular actors in the Indian film industry, their names having surfaced in this entire matter that's going on. First thing I want to say is that what we all must understand is that actors they are only actors. What I see is that problem ये होती है that we watch an actor on screen, or we watch them, giving an interview, or at some award function, or an advertisement, or an endorsement. And just because we see them portraying a particular, a nice picture, we paint a picture in our mind, thinking that they're very good people, or the opposite, or that they're very bad people. For example, a lot of villains, a lot of actors who play villains in movies, काफी time तक लोगों को लगता था कि Prem Chopra is really a very bad man, or that Ranjit, the villain in the old movies, that he actually must be a very a man who's not good in character, or Shakti Kapoor for that matter. So what we see them on screen as, हमें लगता है कि वो real life में भी वैसे ही हैं. But it's not that. It's not the case. What we all must understand is that actors are only actors. They're very good at putting up an act. And that is why, without being judgmental about anybody or any actor, I feel that in the last 5-6 months, ever since the passing away of Sushant Singh Rajput happened, I don't think it's right on the part of the people from the film industry, especially the top league of actors, or whoever the main actors of the industry are. They're so silent about it, which is, I don't think, is right. They should definitely have spoken up. Even now they're keeping quiet, which is really not right. So that's what I think about it. Secondly, what I would like to say is that there is also a debate by many people saying that, why don't you go and investigate, or, why don't you take up this matter on other industries, because drug consumption, peddling and smuggling and all these things is happening everywhere. Which is true, absolutely true. But that does not mean that you do not, try and investigate something that is happening in the film industry. And I'll tell you the reason why. सेम थिंग है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आज मैं कोई गाना रिलीज़ करता हूँ, और अगर आज मैं कोई गाना गाता हूँ, सो लोग उतना नहीं सुनते हैं, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट अ वेरी पॉपुलर, आई डोंट हैव मिलियंस ऑफ फॉलोअर्स और फैंस that my song will become very popular and then they'll start listening. So I am not an influencer in that way. But if a popular musician today releases a song, immediately within a few minutes or hours, you have millions of people listening to it, sharing it, commenting it, watching its video, observing everything in that video and going gaga over it. That is because as a celebrity, I have a certain influence on the audience. So when you are in that position of having an influence over mass of people, I think it is very important for that influencer to be responsible. And when I say that, what I'm trying to say is that is why I feel कि these actors जिनके भी नाम अभी आए हैं, be it Deepika Padukone or Rakul Preet Singh or Sara Ali Khan and all these people, or other actors जिनके भी नाम अभी आ सकते हैं, these guys are influencers. They definitely are. And in a country like India, where film stars are worshipped as gods, which they should not be, but unfortunately they are, these people have a lot of influential power over the minds of the people and the youth. So that is why it is very important for them to be extremely careful and not indulge in such activities and practices. There is another section of people, I don't say that I don't disagree with them, because I respect everybody's opinion, but there is a discussion also happening that, oh my God, why is media hounding them? Why are you tarnishing the image? Reporters don't have any other job to do. This is not journalism. This is not reporting. What I would like to say about that is two things. Number one, I'm not trying to defend any, journalistic approach or any particular channel or anything like that, or a media network or like that. But what we need to understand is, if, for example, me, I watch it, yes, even I find it, funny that the reporters are chasing these celebrities, trying to get some bite out of them, some news out of them. so that they can show on their channel, because after all, at the end of the day, everything is a business. Even the channel, they need people to watch. But having said that, I cannot claim that, oh, this is not journalism or this is not reporting, because me as an individual, what do I know about journalism and reporting? I just know the word and its definition in the dictionary, that it should be just reporting and it should be objective. But reporters and journalists who work day in and day out for their stories or their news bites every day, they are doing the job every day. They know better about what journalism and reporting is more than you and me. So I will leave this at that. I don't think it's right to just say that, for us to judge what is reporting and what is not reporting. I think journalists and reporters know their job much better than you and I do, unless you are not a journalist and reporter yourself with an X number of years experience in it. Secondly, about the same thing, that the media guys, reporters hounding these celebrities throughout for a bite or whatever. What I say is that, what is wrong in it? See, actors especially, in India, especially in the Hindi film industry, these guys are used to attention. They want to be seen, they want to be heard all the time. That is also why they always have a PR person or a reporter or a social media person always traveling around with them wherever they go, capturing everything, be it a photograph, be it a soundbite, be it a interview, or whatever it is, be it an endorsement, be it radio endorsements or whatever. Hamesha they want to be in the public eye. And we as an audience, we are constantly fed with, it's debatable whether what they do is creative or quality content or not, because a lot of it is mediocre. But we are fed with their content through television, radio, newspapers, social media, mobile phones, everything constantly. Well, then, if they don't have a problem at that time, then why do they start having problems if the media questions them when their name pops up in something that is not right? So it should be fair both sides, So because they are so-called celebrities and influencers, where they want each and every action of theirs to be seen, well then, when such actions pop up and when people come to know about it, they should accept it and be ready to deal with it. And that is what I would also like to, this is the opinion I would like to share with the people who question, who have the opinion that why is media hounding them, or why are they trying to, because just because your name has popped up in something that is not right, doesn't mean that the media doesn't have a right to ask you or question you. They will, of course, because the media has covered you in all of your good times always. Every time you go for an award function, or you go to a film festival, or you are spotted somewhere, your opinions, your pictures, everything is portrayed by the media. So when something like this happens, something of a bad taste happens, even then the media is gonna come after you and ask you questions. So I don't think there is anything wrong in that. So this entire thing about drugs consumption, peddling and thing, I think it's actually right. Cleanups should happen, not just in Bollywood, but across industries and across the region of India in different states. I think the film industry, the music industry, the tourism industry, local governments need to work to make sure that जहाँ से आ रहा है, because these drugs and stuff, they cannot be smuggled or brought into the country easily, right? So at the point of entry itself, there needs to be very strict monitoring and punishment for this. One last thing I want to talk about before I end this vlog is that I am I find this casual approach of people, this casual thought of people that अरे यार तो क्या हो गया, इतना सही तो लिया, ये तो चलता है, ये तो कॉलेजेस में भी मिलता है, स्कूल के बाहर आइसक्रीम वाला आइसक्रीम में डाल के बेच रहा है, या म्यूज़िक फेस्टिवल में आप चले जाएँ वहाँ मिल जाएगा, या अगर आप पॉपुलर टूरिस्ट डेस्टिनेशंस जाते हैं इंडिया में कहीं पे भी चले जाएँ, आप नॉर्थ साइड चले जाएँ, आप गोवा साइड चले जाएँ, आप साउथ साइड चले जाएँ, जहाँ पे भी जाएँ इन पॉपुलर टूरिस्ट डेस्टिनेशंस, यू विल ऑलवेज फाइंड दीज पेडलर्स जो आके पूछते हैं कि चाहिए क्या, डू यू वांट सम weed or whatever that is. And this is looked upon with a very casual and a normal attitude, thinking that, oh, so what, it's okay if and besides, consumption is not such a big crime, and we are not anyways addicts, we're just trying it out. The problem is that if you go with that sort of an attitude, tomorrow somebody might, purchase even a weapon, armory, and say that, hey, I'm just a consumer. I've just bought it. It's just for my personal use. What's the problem? Well, the problem is that it leads to, first of all, it's dangerous for your own self and fatal. It is. These are banned substances for a reason, not because somebody has decided that these are banned substances. They are banned because they are chemicals and they have a very adverse effect on your, mind and body. And they are fatal. And so is, like I said, if someone decides ki meri marzi hai, it's my personal life, for my personal choice, I'm just buying a weapon. Tomorrow, somebody might say, hey, I like grenades, so I'll just purchase one and keep it. Buying it is not as big a crime as, selling it or peddling it. Well, no, that's not right. I think because in all of these things, it leads to something worse and something, that puts a lot of people in trouble. So this casual attitude needs to, I don't endorse this casual attitude at all. And I have had this thought process ever since I was a child. Yes, we all go through those phases, where you have a friend circle, and then when you go through college life, and then you start your professional life, and always you find people who have. I have definitely seen people talk about it, and I know for a fact that a lot of people have. Tried these sort of things in their life. Nothing to judge them about. They're not horrible people or bad people or anything. But I don't endorse it. I don't support it. And I don't think it is good in any way at all. So, again, I would like to say that please remember, drugs is not good in any way at all. It can never be good. For no industry, no profession. It is only, I will say, I'll give it an exception that it can be only helpful and good in very rare medical cases, where if a doctor truly prescribes that, this is the only thing that can relieve your nervous system a little bit. There are patients in the world who, for example, a lot of people have Parkinson's, and a lot of people in the world are suffering from very bad ailments which are not curable at all. So in those cases, I think sometimes even in some countries, medical marijuana is diagnosed to them, which helps them just calm down a little bit. So in those cases are exceptions, but casual, the youth just casually having it, and the influencers in the society from any industry, be it from any industry, in India, from the film industry in particular, if they are practicing all this, it is completely wrong, and they should stop doing it. And yes, there is a lot of you realize that why they're being so hypocritical about it. So that's what I feel about it. Then I'll just say before I go again that please treat actors as actors only. What you see them as on screen, they're not necessarily exactly like that in their real lives. So they're mere actors, and they're just good at putting up an act and nothing else. So let's not make them gods of the society and so-called superstars and things. Just look at them as being, he's a decent actor, he acted well in that movie, and that's it. That's it, guys. And yes, whoever it is, no matter how small or how big a name it may be, he or she may be, if you're involved in any sort of drug consumption, purchase or peddling, then I think that it is important that those guys are brought under the scanner and some sort of punishment is given to them, because it's very important to set an example. If you set an example on someone who's not very popular and an influencer, and nobody's ever gonna know. There are hundreds of cases, thousands, millions of cases in India जहाँ पे लोग पकड़े जाते हैं ड्रग स्मगलिंग वगैरह कंजम्पशन के लिए एंड ऑल दैट, बट हमें पता भी नहीं चलता बिकॉज दोज गाइज आर यू डोंट नो देम. सो इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि अगर कोई इन्फ्लुएंसर सेलिब्रिटी ऐसी चीज़ में नाम जिनका आता है, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू इन्वेस्टिगेट दैट एंड स्टॉप दैट, बिकॉज दीज पीपल हैव all the money in the world, all the influence in the world, all the power in the world, all the network in the world. इतना सब होने के बाद भी if you are having to do these sort of things, then it's not good. It's not a good example at all. So that's it, guys. That's all I have to say about it. Please completely stay away from drugs. Stay away even from the thought, the idea, and if you find somebody talking about it, try and talk them out of it and ask them to stay away from it.